Do you have .NET apps you'd like to run against your Exadata Express cloud service? If so, go to the Service Console and click Develop. Scroll down and select .NET. From this Developing .NET Applications page, you can click on the Oracle.NET Developer Center link to learn more about Oracle.NET products. Scroll down to Step 1. In this example, we run the .NET app from Visual Studio, which has already been installed. You also must have an OTN account. Click on the ODT link for your version of Visual Studio. Select ODAC link for your Visual Studio version, accept the license agreement, and click on Download. Go to the location of the downloaded file, right-click it, and run as administrator. Make sure Visual Studio is closed. In this example, we installed to the default location Program Files x86 under C drive. Open Visual Studio and click on Help About Visual Studio to make sure ODT installed correctly. Oracle Developer Tools is one of the installed products. Scroll to Step 2 and follow the instructions to enable client access and download the wallet. From the Service Console, navigate to Manage. Make sure client access is enabled and client credentials have been downloaded to a temporary folder. On the Service Console homepage, select Welcome Tour to find videos describing how to enable client access and download credentials. Copy all credential files from the temporary folder. Paste all files to the subdirectory called Admin under Network and in the same location ODT was installed. Get administrator permission. This is necessary because we're copying to the default location in the Program Files directory. Click Continue. Run Notepad as administrator. Open sqlnet.ora, edit the path to point to the location where you just extracted the files. This example app requires an HR database schema to run against. You can download it from github.com/oracle. This is the source for developers to obtain free and open source samples. You need an Exadata Express database configured with the Oracle Sample Database Schema. If you need instructions, see the Create an HR Schema video in the YouTube Exadata Express playlist. Next, go to Step 3 on the OTN page where you prepare your app. To connect to the HR schema you created earlier for your cloud service, start Visual Studio. From Server Explorer, right-click on Data Connections and select Add Connection. If needed, change data source to odp.net managed driver. For username, enter the schema name of HR and the password for the HR schema. The data source name is already set to DB access. Its alias is defined in the client credentials file tnsnames.ora. Click Test Connection. Your connection is successful. Click OK. Click OK to add the new connection. From the new connection, you can see the tables in the HR schema in your cloud service. Double-click the table to view the data. Create a new project to hold the .NET app in its dependencies. From Visual Studio, select File, New, and Project. Create a new project using a Visual C# template for a console app that uses the .NET framework. In this example, the app name is Example App. Click OK. A shell of example code is loaded into the Visual Studio window. Go back to GitHub once again to get the example code. From the .NET Developer Center at otn.oracle.com/.net, scroll to and select the GitHub icon. Navigate to Samples, .NET-Core, Data Reader, then select datareader.cs. Copy all of the example code. Replace all of the example code in Visual Studio with the GitHub code. Replace the namespace with the example app class. To tell Visual Studio where odp.net is located, under Solution Explorer, open References. Right-click and select Add Reference. Use the Browse button at the bottom to navigate back to the location provided when you ran the installer. Look in the Common Directory under Managed and in odp.net directory to find Oracle Managed Data Access DLL. Click OK. Update the connect string with the HR schema password you defined when the schema was created. Comment the data source line, uncomment the data source line below, replace service name alias with DB access. To build the project, select Build from the menu, then Rebuild Solution. To start the app, select Debug from the menu, select Start Debugging. Congratulations! A results window appears showing the app returned values from the Exadata Express Cloud service.